YouTube. So, this is Ryusei 8801. Right now, this is for the EPL. I know I haven't been doing any videos. I guess actually there was a big increase in people subscribing to my channel, which I thank you. Sorry for the um, not consistent content, but I'm gonna try. Not promising consistent content, but I'm just gonna try. But anyways, this is for the EPL. This is week 5, and we have a cool list of Pokemon to choose from. We have Archeops, Delmise, Fortress, Oricorio, Pidgeot, Gumshoes, my man, Rionkulus, Spiritomb, Greninja, and Gliscor. Right now I am versing Jim, and he is, I think, number 1 or number 2 right now on the leaderboards. So it's going to be a tough battle for me. So, I ended up choosing Spiritomb and Greninja this week. The reason being because, shout out to Black Bear Tick, who does our recaps. His favorite Pokemon is Spiritomb, and I asked him what Pokemon that he wanted to see the most, and he told me Spiritomb. So I'm going to see if I can win a game with Spiritomb for him. But I also wanted to choose Greninja because I wanted to be a little bit more like hyper offensive, setup offensive. Normally my playstyle is very defensive and switch based, and I like to play the long games of attrition. But that's sometimes boring to watch, so I figured I switch it around and I play a little bit more aggressively. So I have a Mat Block Greninja with Water Pledge, and I have the Fire Pledge on Typhlosion. So basically, with the Mat Block, I have Calm Mind on my Lele, and I also have Nasty Plot on my Spiritomb. And so basically, my plan is to kind of Mat block some damage for a turn, set up with my other Pokemon, and then kind of start attacking. I also have Adrenaline Orb on my Greninja because if I see Scarflando on the other side, I'll be able to outspeed it. So this is interesting. So we have a full-on Trick Room team. This is going to be a little bit of a problem for me. My Spiritomb is actually pretty slow, so that's going to be good for me. But as far as everything else, I don't think it's going to be too good for me. So here, I think I'm going to lead with the Spiritomb. It is one of my slower Pokemon, and my Greninja. He doesn't have a fairy type, so that's good, but he does have a ground type, which I'm not too worried about. 3 of my Pokemon are weak to ground, actually, so I might have to, like, maybe worry about that. So he definitely has some interesting Pokemon. Tapu Lele is definitely going to be a very good, strong choice, and Metagross isn't seeming too powerful right now. Naganadel does also seem very good, but I definitely have to kind of stop that Trick Room from going up. So, but he has the Fake Out. He's probably gonna get the Trick Room up. So I think I'm gonna go with my Naganadel because since this is a little bit more offensive team, I don't really have Protect on too many of my Pokemon. I have like a Choice Specs Typhlosion. My Greninja has Mat Blocks. That's kind of like a quarter of a Protect. Then my Metagross, because the Fire and Water Pledge has this cool, beautiful effect of whatchamacallit, of making beautiful Serene Grace, basically gives my side Serene Grace. So I ended up putting Rock Slide on my Greninja and Rock Slide on my Metagross. So here I'm just gonna go for the. I think we're gonna just go for the Nasty Plot, and then I guess I'm gonna go for the Water Pledge onto the Stacka. Yeah, We're gonna go for the nasty plot with the water pledge on this stack up. I thinking maybe matte black, but yeah, I figured. And Trick Room's gonna go up. So I'm actually in a really, really, really bad position. I was thinking about putting Taunt on my Spirit Tomb, which I should have, but I did not, sadly. So we'll see. I think my Spirit Tomb is slower than Rionculus, I think, maybe, or it might be 5 points faster. So we will see. Let's just take a quick look at his team. Shadow Ball seems to be the better option here. They're the same base power, but Shadow Ball has a chance to flinch. Dark Pulse has a chance to flinch. So I'm going to now switch into nothing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just Water Pledge again into the Stacka, and I'm going to Shadow Ball into the Reunculus. Reason being, because I think he's going to Gyro Ball, and I don't know the Reunculus can't really touch my Pokemon too well. So he switches out into Abomasnow, and I can assume that this is going to be a Mega Abomasnow, just because of the way the team works and stuff like that. The Rock Slide comes from the Stacka, which is nice. It does a decent chunk to my Greninja. It is a Life Orb Stacka, that's cool. So I'm going to Shadow Ball into the Abomasnow, dealing a good chunk of damage, and this Water Pledge hits the Stacka, super effective, does not get the KO, but I think I'm going to be in a decent position here. So here I think we're going to go for the Shadow Ball again into the Abomasnow, and I'm going to go for the Water Pledge into this Stacka. The Stacka definitely has the Rock Slide, which could hit my Spirit Tomb, which it might bring it in range of my berry. And if it does, that's fine because I have the Mago Berry. Ooh, I messed up my Mago Berry. Well, I'm going to have to fight through confusion the rest of this game, but that's okay, so we'll see. So my Spirit Tomb gets to my berry range. I'm going to survive the Blizzard. The attack grows on Stacka, but the hail should take out the Stacka. And this is a common mistake. Make sure the super berries or the super citrus berries, you have to make sure that they coincide with your Pokemon. So I obviously didn't, and I'm paying dearly, 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 dearly for it. So here my Spirit Tomb's going to take some damage. I'm going to survive it, which is great. And so that was 2 turns, 3 turns. So I'm not in the best of positions here, but I will go into my Tapu Lele, which is Z-move, by the way. If I didn't flinch there, I also had the chance of getting confused. So it was a toss-up. It was a toss-up. So in comes regular Marowak, which is really interesting. Lightning Rod doesn't give it the special attack boost, but it is a mono ground type. So that's actually really interesting on my opponent's part, because that's interesting. He might, I don't know if he has, I think he has Perish Song. So I think I'm going to Shadow Ball into the Abomasnow, and I think I'm going to Z-move straight into the Marowak. So here I'm hoping that I can either survive a double from the Marowak and the Abomasnow. So Boomerang is going to hurt quite a bit, and I don't survive it. So this is not looking too good for me. I think I'll just lose this game. All I could do is protect with my Naganadel, and then either the Blizzard's going to take me out, or the Marowak Boomerang's going to take me out. Now, there is a potential chance of me winning this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect here, and Boomerang has a chance to miss. It's not 100%. So my only slight chance is after I stall the turn of Trick Room out, then um, the whatchamacallit, the Trick Room will be stalled out. I'll be the fastest Pokemon on the field. I'll be able to Sludge Bomb the Abomasnow, and hopefully the Boomerang misses. I know this is not necessarily the most guaranteed way to win, but if it does miss, I think I'm still kind of screwed just because of the Reunculus in the back. I didn't do enough to handle it. Yep. Okay. So the Boomerang does hit, and that should KO me. So good game, game one. The Trick Room definitely is not. This team really can't handle Trick Room too well, but we'll see. We're gonna have to go with a different lead. Spiritomb definitely is gonna be good in this matchup. I messed up my berry. That's on my fault. So we'll see if that plays any bit of a role in this. So we're gonna go into game two. I think we're gonna just kind of bring my heavy hitters now, and hopefully he doesn't have he doesn't have he doesn't bring the Scrafty. So we'll see. We'll see if he does bring a Scrafty or not for that fake out support. He might, and if he does, this possibly might kind of mess with me a little bit. So we'll see. The team doesn't have a lot of good powerful switch-ins, and it doesn't have a lot of protecting power. So like that's why his team's very, very, very weak against Trick Room. So as long as I can get rid of the Trick Room, I think I'll be fine. So here I'm gonna go with my Greninja Typhlosion lead because I'm going to do the Pledge right into the Reunculus. I did reveal that I had the Pledge last game, so that might be a bit of an issue. He ended up bringing the Abomasnow, the Stakataka, and Marowak and Reunculus. He probably, I don't know why. I mean, I guess Lele does scare off Scrafty, and the Stakataka does scare my Lele. So I think I will bring my Lele again this time. And let's see. I was thinking about putting Water Shuriken on my Greninja, and that would have helped quite a bit against the Staka at least. But I didn't. And like I said, I was planning on putting the taunt on to my Spiritomb. I do know that Jim tends to play Trick Room, but I did not. I don't know. I kind of wanted to build a team versus a plethora of players versus counter teaming kind of. But it's okay because this is what Pokemon is. Pokemon's about calling the meta and being able to assess your opponent or my opponent in this case, or an event you're going to. Example, Dallas. So he does do the same lead, and I am going to do my lead of Typhlosion Greninja. So let's see if he protects his Reunculus, and we'll go from there. Hopefully he doesn't protect his Reunculus, and I can get off a cool little Fire Pledge thing. So now, to my knowledge, the way the pledges work is the Pokemon that is faster will determine its turn order, while the Pokemon who is slower will determine target and determine power. So I have a Choice Specs Typhlosion, and hopefully it hits hard enough. It's going to be a base 160 power move, single target onto Reunculus, and we'll see. Hopefully, okay. So he does let me get it off. So let's see if this does KO the Reunculus, and it doesn't. So that was very unfortunate for me. Oh, he gets the recover off. That's cool, actually. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. And he gets the Trick Room off with the Staka, which is fine. So here, the Stacka definitely can just fire off the uh, rock slides. So I'm pretty sure my Typhlosion's gonna bite the dust here. So I think I'm going to. I have to fire pledge here. So I think I'm gonna fire pledge into the Reunculus slot, and then here I think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna switch out my Greninja. No, I really can't. Yeah. Okay. So this is a good game. And you're just gonna see why Trick Room can potentially be really, really, really strong. That's that's all she wrote. Yeah, I definitely needed to get rid of that Trick Room. And since I couldn't, oh well. So, but he gets the flinch. That's okay. It happens. So here, Spiritomb comes out. Um, and all I could do is, I mean, I could take two. The Greninja's gonna go down. I think. How many turns of Trick Room left? 3. Yeah, I think here I gotta just keep attacking. Here I can Water Pledge right into the Stacka. But he withdraws his Reunculus into the Marowak. Let's see, maybe the Rock Slide misses. I mean, honestly, all I could do is win by luck. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So Stacka's just getting those beast boosts, and the flinch. Oh well, it's Pokemon. Well, great game, Jim. You guys should definitely check Jim out. Um, his channel he's a very great battler. He's very good. And again, sorry guys for not being able to produce any good content with this team. What can you do? He brought the counter team. He read me, and there's nothing I can do. So basically, you have to definitely make sure that your team is very. You have to make sure that your team is good for Trick Room and things of that nature. Just because, you know, Hard Trick Room is out there. Hard Trick Room is a thing. It may not be. It may not be the strongest or the best, but it is out there. So basically, all I could do is get a double protect here, and we'll see. I do get the double protect, so that's really good. And the gyro ball definitely goes into the Lele. I hit myself in confusion, but that's okay. It was my own fault for uh, not running the correct berry. So that's something that you should always be mindful of. So the dimensions did change. I can psychic into the Stacka. I mean, if he has protect, this is definitely going to be pretty bad. But we'll see. So essentially, what I have to do is I have to KO the Stacka, KO the Marowak. As I KO the Stacka, survive the Marowak, KO the Marowak, survive the Reunculus, and then survive. Yeah, the Lele has to do way too much in this situation. But I will try to play it out because I'm definitely not a fan of running. So the Marowak gets off the misses the boomerang finally. So here I think good old Protect from the Marowak and Trick Room from the Ranunculus is going to be pretty evident. Pretty evident. So let's see if a Moonblast can put a dent into the Ranunculus. He hasn't revealed the Protect. He does have the Detect. So let's just see if this Moonblast does anything to Ranunculus. I mean, if it can get the KO, which it doesn't. Oh, it gets a special attack drop, so that's actually pretty good. And then it gets the... Ooh, it's going for the it's probably Psychic Trick Room. Oh no, Shatter Psyche would be... Yeah, it's an attack. So he's going for some damage here. I don't know if I agree with that play. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that play. Just because he should have just double attacked if he was just gonna attack. Here, I think he's going to recover Ranunculus for the long game. Okay, so the Marowak does not die. That's sad. But, well, good game. There's no way I was gonna win. So, I guess for the upcoming weeks, you guys can watch me get my butt whooped. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it's informational. Hopefully you learn from my mistakes. And much and have